So, as you know, your employees and equipment are your most valuable assets in the business. So therefore, understanding their effectiveness is paramount. So the purpose here today is to explore how Lean can help you achieve that. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. So this is a powerful statement, but let me explain. So for example, I've taken a CNC machine and a typical 24-hour period. The machine only runs during shift time and you work 2 10-hour shifts. So effectively, 4 hours have already been lost. This loss, it is a financial decision as to whether or not your business will benefit from running the full 24 hours period. But after this is where it gets interesting. The first loss is a loading loss. And you have to consider the machine being left in idle, requires maintenance, or even the setups and teardowns. All of these times are times when the machine is not producing. In my case, I've lost an additional 4 hours. And then after you created a plan that has the minimized idle time and maintenance, or even the changeovers, you get hit with a dose of reality. The equipment breaks down, your operator is short of materials or documentation. We classify this type of losses as an availability loss. And again, another 2 hours lost. And now that the job, and now as you follow through this process, now the job is running, but it's not running as quickly as you planned it and according to your routings. So now you're suffering from a performance loss. And this could be due to things as equipment wear and tear, I'm running it slower, or perhaps an operator that has not been trained. And then finally, when you get to the point that we are producing parts, unfortunately, some of them do not pass your quality inspection and they need to be scrapped or they need to be reworked. So now we have a quality loss. So we started with a 24 hours and end up with only 10 hours being effective. These are the hours when you're only producing good products. These losses, trying to put in perspective, but these losses, they can be substantial, especially when you consider that this example is only considering one machine for one day. So if we say that the rate, this machine rate, hourly rate is $35, and we multiply by the lost hours, we now lost $490 in just one day. And to put it in perspective, if you imagine that you have 15 resources, they've been your employees and the machines, and you multiply the lost hours by 365 days that we have in a year. And you can see how all of these mount up and the losses are substantial. And if you consider from these total losses from both the cost and margin perspective, you begin to understand why is it so important to ensure your resources are effective. To list some of the benefits that with Link, you can achieve that real-time data collection, tracking, and performance of your equipment or employees, your equipment, and your production orders. This will help your business to have a better control over your labor and equipment costs, increase the resource utilization, hopefully helps reduce your downtimes, but perhaps the biggest benefit will be to remain competitive in what we know is a very volatile and ever-changing global landscape right now.